Hey ladies, welcome to the Paper Girlie studio. If you were here in person, I'd offer you a beverage, but since I'm on this side of the screen and you're on your side, grab your favorite drink, pull up a chair, and get comfy. I am so excited you're all joining me here today, day one of my Paper Girlie 30-day journal challenge. If you're discovering this down the road, this entire series of videos will be in a playlist that I'll be adding to each day. Now, first off, even though I'm calling it a journal challenge, this is not me challenging you. This is you challenging yourself. So if you join me here for just one day and decide this isn't for you, no harm, no foul. Thanks for the initial interest. This journal project is for anyone who has an interest in journaling. Some structure of how to begin for the first time if you're new to journaling, for inspiration to continue if you're already an avid journaler. This is just me wanting to introduce you to my love of journaling and hopefully inspire you to discover how it might enhance your life and the journey you're on to live the life that you desire to have. One filled with joy, one filled with clarity and vision, one where you can document the amazing woman that you are, reflect on the life that you have lived, and how to use all those lessons you've learned along the way to be at peace with yourself and continue in becoming the woman you dreamed you could be. All are welcome to participate, but just for clarification, some of the prompts over the next 30 days are pretty age-specific to women of a certain age. But on those days, I'm also going to offer up an optional question or idea if you're younger or in a different stage of life that isn't something that I've already passed by. This first video in this series will be a little bit longer, but after that, I'm just going to be dropping short little videos with the prompt and an example of what I did. These videos are for you. Watch a little, watch a lot. If all you want is the prompt, grab that and go. Day one. As I promised you before, this first week we're going to start with one simple sentence answer prompts. If you want more clarification or an example of what I did, join me all the way through. I know if I was you, because I'm curious, aka nosy, I would be watching all the way through to see what I wrote. But that's me, you do you. So here we go. If you want to write more, be my guest. But if you want or need to bring it down to the very basics, just write a sentence. Write a sentence and voila, congratulations, you're now an official journaler. I did it both ways to show you just how simple it can be. Plus, because I'm using this prompt for my actual personal journal exercise this month, I did it my way, for myself, and I'll show you. Because, well, I really don't care if you read what I wrote down. Read it if you want. Ask me about it if something you read struck a chord with you. I'm an open book, open to honest, kind-worded communication. You just can't judge me for my personal opinions or thoughts if they differ from yours. We are here to support each other in good faith. I'm trusting that we are all here with the best of intentions. But that said, if you throw out a comment that I feel is not in the best interest of this community, I will have to delete it. So far, I've only had to delete one comment since I started this channel. And it wasn't because it was something that I took personal. No. It was because I did not want the negativity here on my channel. So let's get to it. The day one question is, what do I love about this time of life? The reason I picked this question was to pick something that doesn't have to be real personal. We don't have to start day one with a deep question prompt. Obviously, it can be personal if you want it to go there, but it can also be just factual. Here are my examples of what I wrote. This is the notebook that I decorated, the initial video that I made, and this is what I'm going to use to write out these prompts for beginners. If you're an avid journaler already, this might be a little basic for you, but please just bear with us because we are here for the new girlies. So the question is, what do I love about this time of my life? And I wrote down, I love that I don't have to cook 3 meals a day anymore. Full stop, no explanation. Dated, boom, I'm done. That is how simple journaling can be. One question, one sentence, one thought or idea. And that's it, ladies. That's how you start journaling. So over the next 30 days, we're going to do some prompts and we're going to fill in this notebook. And because I'm extra, I had to make another one, and this is the one that I made. I did the same thing. I actually used the exact same notebook. I just decorated this differently. and I used the colors that I like, added some ribbon, and because I added this ribbon as my closure, I had to put a backing on the back, and on this backing I have this stamp. I just went over it in my last video that I like to be proud of what I make, and so I always put a little uniquely handmade stamp on the back of it. Pretty simple. Again, just scrapbook paper scraps that I have laying around. Scraps that we all have laying around, I think. So, once again, in this notebook, I'm doing this for myself, for me, and the question is, what do I love about this time of life? So, that being said, this is what I did. Now, I imagine that when you think about journaling, you're envisioning something more like this, and we're going to work toward that. We're going to add stamps and stickers and all the cute stuff. So I have this stamp. It looks like a little piece of paper, and I use it with the Versa Magic Chalk ink. And of course, because I'm me, you know me, I'm going to use some washi tape. This is one of my favorite because it's pink and because it's gingham, two of my very favorite things in the whole wide world. I use stickers. I love using stickers. These are from Wrong Wrong. I just got into Wrong Wrong just a few months ago. I ordered a bunch of rolls, and so I'm going to be using them here in my spreads this month. And honestly, I might have a few more coming in the mail. So this is what we are going to try to get you to if you are a beginner. But of course, the most important thing is the words. The stickers are extra. The stamps are extra. This is what is important. This is the beginner version of words, and that is my version of words. And to me, that is the most important thing about a journal. Everything else is just extra. It is just the cherry on top. And if you're creative, then you can put stickers and stamps and colors, and you could just really go hog wild with it. But at the end of the day, ladies, we are here to write down our thoughts. So that is just an example of how I do it. And really the only difference between this book and the other book are the stamps and a couple more words and a couple more pins. And these are the pins that I use in my notebook. They are from, well, I got them from Amazon. They are let me see if I can get this in for you to see. They are the Jinhao 10 pins. They are a metal-based pen. I love the matte black. That is my black pen. And then obviously the blue one is my blue pen. And look at this. Look at this. Boom. They're click pins. I love a click pin. There's something about the click that just really resonates with me. Anyway, so these pins you can get off of Amazon. I'm going to have a link in the description, and they are some of my favorites right now that I'm working with. And I also use the carbon ink. This carbon ink I use as my black ink of choice. You can get it off of Amazon. I'll have the link as well. It is, well, it's the best price point that I've found it is on Amazon. You can find them in store, but I prefer the best price, and that is on Amazon. So, that all being said, where do we go from here? Well, ladies, I tell you, where we go is to tomorrow. To make something a habit, we have to start doing it every single day. And so all I'm asking you to do is to join me tomorrow, get the prompt, and then write out a sentence. That is all you have to do. Now, if you want to add some stickers, because that's going to make you happy, it's going to motivate you, by all means, please throw a sticker on your book. Your book gets to be exactly what you want it to be. That's the joy. Well, one of the highlights of journaling is it is a personal journal, and you get to do whatever you want. And I get to do whatever I want. So if you want to write more, please write more. If you want to do something like I do, where you just decorate a page and you only write one sentence, then guess what? That's what you get to do because it's your journal. We are women, grown women, that get to do whatever we want in this journal. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Mitzi, that was pretty basic. And yes, it was, because journaling is pretty basic, because it's just writing down your thoughts. And guess what? There are no rules when it comes to writing down your thoughts, because they are your thoughts. These are just some journal prompts to get you going, to help you make it a habit. That is what this is for. And to maybe inspire you to do something creative in your journal. But you don't have to be creative. If you're not a creative girl, don't be creative. But I have a sense that a lot of you are creative and that you're looking for that as well, a little bit of inspiration. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to be your cheerleader through this process, because sometimes that's all it takes to do something that you want to do, but on your own, you just don't do. I'm here to share a prompt. I'm here to show you some really cute stickers, but most of all, I'm here to support you and remind you to slow down and appreciate the good things in life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope that we'll see you here tomorrow. Until then, from one paper girly to another,